Good morning to everyone. I am from Perfect Logic. In previous session, we have seen how to apply check return charges on the bill. In today's session, I will explain about field present in parameter form. Before starting the session, I will give a quick introduction of the software. This e-society software is specially designed for the cooperative housing societies. This software used to maintain your society's account and billing related information. It makes the society's finance clear and easy to understand. This e-society software keeps a track of everyone's bill and payment. We are continuously enhancing our software with a new features, rolling them out to you on an ongoing basis. For further assistance, feel free to contact Perfect Logic on 9820054086 or email us at perfectlogic@gmail.com. Now let's dive into today's topic, which is parameter form. For that, we will go to parameter. In quick menu, go to parameter. First, we'll see the bill frequency. Edit it. These are the bill frequency: monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, quadruple, half yearly, and yearly. Monthly means in a year 12 bill get generated. In a bi-monthly, in a year 6 bill get generated. In quarterly, in a year 4 bill get generated. In quadruple, in a year 3 bill get generated. In half yearly, in a year 2 bill get generated. In a year 1 bill get generated. According to your society, you can choose your bill frequency type like monthly, bi-monthly. After that, we'll see hide zero value tariff. Hide zero value tariff, you want to hide the tariff who having zero value from your bill. In this case, you can tick on this option, hide zero value tariff. If you don't want to hide zero value tariff, though in this case, you can untick this option. First, we'll check. When we untick this option, hide zero value tariff, we'll generate the bill. We'll go to generate bill. I'm going to generate bill for the April month. Due date. Click on OK. Now here we can see in a preview for the sinking fund, tariff is 0. For the next is for the this A102 for sinking fund and gas charges, tariff is 00. So when bill get generated, as we untick this option, so when bill get generated, this heads will get added in the bill. Now I'm going to save this form. Okay, here we can see as we have untick this option, had zero value tariff. So even the tariff is 0, that get added in the bill. Now we'll tick this option, had zero value tariff, and save it. And we'll generate the bill for May month. Save and generate. Here we can see as bill get generated, as we have ticked that option, hide zero value tariff. So when bill get generated from that bill, those head who having zero tariff, those head will get removed from the bill. And only those head are showing which are having some value. Now we'll see the next option. Parking by number. If you want to show, if you want to assign parking to the member, and when that parking get added in the bill, if you want to show the parking number on that parking charges, in this case, you have to tick on this option, parking by number. We'll create one parking for A101 member. For that, we'll go to master. In master members parking. Here you can see I have assigned tariff type two-wheeler and four-wheeler. Parking tariff detail. In tariff detail, we have assigned 100 rupees amount for the two-wheeler and 200 rupees for the four-wheeler. Now we'll create one parking for a A10 parking, and that parking we will assign to the one member. We will select open parking. Parking number 101. Here we'll select parking charges. Two-wheeler. Save it. Create one more parking number 102. Here we'll select four-wheeler parking. Now I'm going to assign this parking for this A101 member. Now we have to go to member identification form. In member identification form, in the parking section, we have to select yes. Now we'll go to parking. In the drop down, we'll select the parking number that we have created. I'm going to add two parking for this member. Here we'll assign the allotment date 0106 25 0106 25. Save the form. Now, as we have ticked this option parking by number, so when the bill gets generated for that member, in that member's bill, that parking number will get added, but in a separate row, though the two rows will get shown in the bill for 101 parking number and 102 parking number. Now we'll see it by generating the bill. Go to generate bill for June month. Click on OK. Here we can see for that A101, we have added two parking 101 and 102. Those are now showing in the bill with a parking number. If your requirement is like you want to show this parking charges number 101 and 102 in a single row, in this case we have to tick on this merge parking. Edit this form, tick on merge parking, save it. So when bill gets generated, there is only one single line parking charges in which both two parking number will get show. Here we can see. Here as we have tick on this option, merge parking. So when bill gets generated, at that time, there is only single one entry for parking charges which showing both the parking number. This is about the merge parking. Now we'll see next scenario, tariff to be rounded. For tariff and this is bill. If you want to round off your tariff and bill, then we have to select this tariff to be rounded 0 and 0. If you don't want to round off your tariff and bill, in this case you have to select 2 in this tariff to be rounded here and here in both the columns. So yeah, in the bill tariff will not get rounded off. we'll see this scenario. As we are rounding off the tariff, we have to select 0 and 0 value here. Here we can see for this member A101, electricity charges are 1060 paise. For the next A102, this electricity charges are 1000 rupees and 40 paise. So as we have tick on the, we have selected tariff to be rounded. So when bill get generated, this tariff get round off to the by using the standard method. So when bill get generated, this 1000.40 paise get round off to the 1000 rupees. And for this A101, this 1060 paise get round off to the 1001 rupees. Now will it see it? Go to generate bill, June, click on OK. Here we can see for this A101, as this electricity charges are 1060 paise, so those get round off to 1001 rupees. We'll see next bill for the 102. Here we can see for 1000 for A102, electricity charges are 1000 rupees and 40 paise, get round off to the 1000 rupees. This is round off using the standard method. This is about the rounding off. Now we'll see next. Interest. There are two types in which we can calculate interest: simple interest and compound interest. And we have provided option of if you don't want to apply interest on a bill, in this case you can select no, so no interest get apply on a bill. Now we'll see simple interest. In simple interest, there are four types: delay days, delay month, complete cycle days, and complete cycle monthly. We will see it one by one. First one is delay days. In delay days, we'll take one example, like if bill date is 1st April and due date is 15 April and payment get on 20 April. So in delay days, for due date to the payment date, that is 5 days, interest get charged on that 5 days. And if payment is done before the due date, so in this case, no interest get apply on the bill. In delay month, for the same scenario, if the payment done on a 20 April, in this case, in delay month, for 20 days, interest gets charged. In complete cycle days, if the payment done on 20 April, for the full 30 days, interest get charged. In complete cycle monthly, if the payment done on same date 20 April, if take example full payment done on 20 April, so no interest get charged on that bill. But if half payment done on 20 April or half payment done on next month, in this case for half payment no interest get charged, and for half payment interest get charged on a next month bill. This is about the simple interest methods. Uh, this simple interest method are detail explained in our previous means explain in detail. So you can go through that interest calculation video. Now we'll see allow manual interest calculation. If you want to manually calculate the interest, in this case, you have to tick on this option, allow manual interest calculation. We'll see it as I have ticked on this option. We'll go to one bill. As on this bill, if you want to make this interest 0, edit the form, go to interest column, make it 0 and save the form. So if you want to manually change the interest, then this interest column get enabled and you can change the interest. But when you deselect this form, so you are not allowed to change the interest. Then if you want to round off the interest, then you have to tick on this option. Same as tariff to be rounded, it will round off the interest using the standard method. Now we'll say next, if you want to apply the penalty on a bill, you can add this penalty here. For adding the penalty, you have to select the method delay month. In this case only, you can add the penalty on a bill. This is where you can add the penalty. Now we'll see the next rebate. If payment done before the due date, in this case, you want to add some rebate to that in a bill amount. If you want to add rebate in that bill, in this case, you can add rebate percent or rebate rupees or rebate days. In rebate days, you can select if you want to make, if payment done before the 10 days, if you want to add some different rebate value like 100 rupees. If payment done on a before 15 days, if you want to apply rebate on some different amount like 100 rupees, and for the 10 days you want to apply 200 rupees. In this case, you can choose rebate days. Next we'll see here in define account group for, here you can select the account accordingly. For the bank, you have to select bank balance, cash balance. Same in bill note footer. In bill note footer, on the bill, on the footer, you want to add some text. In this case, you can add this bill footer here. If the lines are more than 4, you can go to more bill notes, regular bill. Here you can add more lines in bill supplement. If you want to add more than 4 lines, you can go to more bill notes, regular bill. Here you can add the footer for the regular bill. If you want to add the footer for the supplementary bill, you can go to supplementary bill note. Here you can add the footer for the supplementary bill. We'll see one example as this bill gets generated. Now we'll print this bill. Here we can see whatever the footer we have written down on that parameter form, that text is coming here. Now we'll see next. We'll go to general parameter. In today's session, I will explain about these 4 bank transaction types. For bank payment voucher, return the transaction entry. For bank payment voucher, generate check number. We will see those one by one. First, we'll check for payment voucher, return the transaction entry. For this, we tick on this option. For payment voucher, return the transaction entry. We'll see it by example. We have to click on update. Okay. For this, we have to create a payment voucher first. We'll generate a payment voucher. Click on add. Here we'll select type. In type, select payment. Here select bank. Voucher date 15/04/25. After that, in credit, we'll select a bank. HDFC Bank. Debit, we select member. We'll write down amount here, 5,000 rupees. Now save it. As we go here. As we have tick on this option for payment voucher, retain the transaction entry. So when next time we create a payment voucher, then we don't need to fill any information of that payment voucher. It will come automatically. We just have to enter the amount there. Now we'll click on plus sign. Here we can see all the transaction entry is written as the last payment voucher, whatever the entry we have written, those payment entry. So if you want to make the same payment voucher for that the same member, you can only just write down the amount 2000 rupees. If you want to change the member name, so you can change member name. Means in this case you don't want to fill all the this payment form. We'll select another member. This is what the use case of that. Retain the for payment voucher, retain the transaction entry. Now we'll see next option for bank payment voucher, generate the check number. We'll take this option. For bank payment voucher, generate the check number, update it. Now we'll go to transaction, account, receipt payment contra. In the same payment voucher, I will enter here the check number 1000210. So if you want to automatically generate the check number, मीन्स जो भी हमने ये चेक नंबर डाला है उसी सीरीज का नेक्स्ट टाइम चेक नंबर जनरेट होगा. इन नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन वी जनरेट द पेमेंट वाउचर, सो check number will be 1000211 like this. Now save it. As we have tick on generate payment voucher check number, click on plus. Here we'll select the member. Here select the bank. HDFC Bank. So here we can see previously we have entered 1000210. So next time when you create the payment voucher, this check number will automatically come, which is in series of previous check number. We'll enter the amount here. This is what the use case of for payment for bank payment voucher, generate the check number. Now we'll see building or wing wise payment voucher entry. In the building or wing payment voucher entry, we'll take one example. If you want to divide your T expense among the wing, like want to divide the half payment among the A wing and half payment among the B wing, in this case you can tick on this option. Means whatever the payment you want to divide on the wing, in this case you can tick on the building wing wise payment voucher entry. Tick on update, click on update. Here we can see in ledger. I created this one ledger, T expense. Now I will go to transaction, account, payment contra entry. Here we'll select the voucher date. And in debit we'll select T expense. It's 500 rupees. Here we can see here one grid will come for the building wise entry. You have to click on shift down arrow. Here we'll select the wing, A wing, T, want to divide it 250 rupees for A wing. And for B wing, 250 rupees. So if you want to divide it building or wing wise, you can select that option. Save the form. Go to view, income and expenditure. Here we can see here total amount is coming, that is 500 rupees for the tea expense. Now we will go to income and expenditure building wise. We'll select building here. Here we can see as we have divided this expense wing wise. So in detail information coming here for tea expense for A wing 250 rupees. We'll see for the B wing. So for B wing this amount is coming 250 rupees. Now we'll see next option. Go to quick menu parameter. In parameter general parameter. Now we'll see next for receipt voucher retain the narration. We'll click on this option. Click on update. We'll go to transaction account, receipt payment contra. Here I will create one receipt. Select type receipt. Select member. We'll select date 16/04/25. Here we'll select member name, bank, enter the amount. Now here in narration, we will write down the narration. If you want to select the narration from the master, you can select from here. As we have tick on this option, retain the narration. So जब हम receipt पे narration select करते हैं, so next time जब हम receipt create करेंगे, तब we don't need to write down this narration again. जो भी हमने previously लिखा था वही आ जाएगा. If you want to create your own master of narration, you can click on this plus sign and click on add button. You can write down your own narration. So every time you don't need to write down that. So we'll save this form. Okay, so I click on plus sign. So here we can see as I created new receipt entry. In this case, this narration come automatically. We don't need to write down this narration. So if your requirement is like you want to retain the narration for the receipt, in this case, you have to tick on this option for receipt voucher, retain the narration. This is all about, in next session, I will explain about all the remaining option from the parameter form. This is all about the today's session. Thank you everyone for joining this session.